Hello everyone, this is CJ and welcome back to another how to get Remix OS on a device, this time 32-bit with UEFI. I forgot to mention about it's the other one was 64-bit, my fault, but here's the thing, both 32-bit and 64-bit nowadays, I guess, have the UEFI integrated. So some devices, like some OSs like Ubuntu, will not work with it because it doesn't have the UEFI put in. You can, for Ubuntu, yes, you can get Ubuntu on devices like this. Oops, but the only catch, you have to add UEFI into that image. Yeah, so I also have my and now it's capturing the sound from the other side. Okay, I also have the this right here. Has my remix. Has not remix, but my Dell Venue 8 Pro. So, granted, like I said, only has 1 gig of RAM, but it does minor things, just show the desktop and whatnot, which I think is good enough for me. Just stop doing that. Now it's because of my. Now I'm hearing about from there. Now I'm hearing it from here. Anyway, so yeah, the main things you need is Rufus. Keep going wrong. Rufus right here, which has that you I'm gonna do this again. I can't believe my add a USB in. Okay, now it's doing it again. Yeah, that's annoying sometimes. Anyway, I don't care. Anyway, you use this, and of course you see TeamViewer, the program I was using for capturing in that. But anyway, make sure you have your device selected. In this case, the one I just put in, and yours would be the same or a different kind. Doesn't matter as long as it is a USB that can boot. Doesn't it could be MBR or it can be any of these, but just leave it as it is from up there. Keep it as FAT32. Keep everything mostly default. Same thing down here. When on yours, you'll say FreeDOS. Make sure it's ISO image. And then click this image right over here. Find your location for your Android 32 x86 Remix, Phoenix, whatever. But in this case, we're doing Remix. And of course, it'll say new volume label will be this, and click Start. Since this has already been made, we don't need to do that. Alright, here we go again with the hearing from both sides. Anyway, it's probably going to pop up on the other side anyway. Dang my lag. Dang the lag. Anyway. Another thing you need is, which I also have on here, which I'm going to download over here, called Easy US EFI. I think if I get the name right, which I probably always butcher everything. Let's go to, because I don't care about Bing. Skip Bing. Easy UEFI. We're going to head and download that. Download now. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, not this one. That trickery. Do not touch the top one. That one is false. That's Win to USB. We don't need Win to USB. You want this one. Easy USB EFI. free, professional, and enterprise. We don't care about those. We just want the free one. Save it. Next one, like I said, we use Rufus. I don't want. You can probably find Rufus. There's other ways to get ISO image onto a USB. I choose Rufus, so easier said than done for me. This one's an optional one. I do use this one more than you already have a built-in one, but I like this one better. It's Notepad++. Oh. Of course, I'm used to using this keyboard, and I'm using the top keyboard. Okay, Notepad++. I'll go ahead and run that. Yep, I'm going to do that. Download. Okay, in this one, we're going to do English, accept. Keep everything default. I don't care about this. Is just a virtual machine. I don't want, but still, I'm not going to cluster it. Right now, we don't need to use that yet, so we just unchecked it. Next one, we're going to be downloading the installer. Switch to Chrome. On my tablet and on my computer, it is home to Chrome. So run. Yes. Okay. Next. Agree. Next. Next. I usually keep everything default here. If you're into messing around with stuff in there, you go ahead. I'm not. If you know what you're doing, I'm just gonna keep everything default. So makes things easier. Remember, we're doing this on the Windows side because it's easier trying to get the 32-bit Ubuntu and whatnot to run. So, all right. So now we got those out of the way. Yeah, close all. Now for on here, we're gonna do. Actually, we're going to do on Windows 10. You want to right click and go to disk management. And this is also for Windows 8 too. But for people who have Windows 7, if you go to start button, right click computer, and go to properties and you go to system, properties, and no, this is device management. No. I'm using for some 810. I definitely know it's right click and disk management. It's been a while. I had to disk management. I didn't know you can do. Let's see if it still works. Window R. Yep. Window R. Yep. Let's go to properties. Yeah, if MMC. Okay. Let's see. Just very funny. That's very funny. But yeah, I definitely know there's a way to get the disk management for Windows 7. I just can't remember it. Is it also on right click on computer for disk management? Anyway, I can't recall, but I definitely know it is right there. So let's go ahead and I'm going to use this mouse here. Go ahead. You want to go ahead and shrink the volume on your C drive. We're also going to do the same on our virtual machine. I still don't like it. All right. Anyway, I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to go ahead and shrink. Even though we don't have to do it on there, but we're just going to do it for the fun of it. The minimal is 8 gigs. So I'll tell you guys right now, you multiply how much you want times 1024. 1024 bytes goes to a next metric system. So in this case, 1024 bytes goes to kilo and so on and so forth. But in this case, it's asking for megabytes. The next branch of one is gigabytes. So you want 8 gigabytes. So that'd be, well, for me, I would go for 10, make it easier for myself. 1024 and add a 0. So 1024 and 0. There's our 10 gigs. We're going to go ahead and shrink. And don't worry, on this side it is also shown as well. So we got our Android image right there. And we're also going to have it on here. So first. All right, here's my file here, and there it is on D drive. So now we got our device in here with what we need. We can always have it blank. But it's up to you. I just want to, for me, I like to have it as formatted. Make sure I know which one it is. In this case, make it so much easier. Go ahead and make it as a it's as F. Okay, whatever. It's not going to be that. It's not staying for long. Call it remix. S. Same thing for here. I'm going to do the same here. E. It's going to be saying E. 532. Remix OS. Next. There we go. Now we can go ahead and do a restart. And I'm going to hold the down button on this device here. Now just wait for the. Okay. Oops, I forgot this is not down, it's up. Oopsies. So I'm gonna hold the up button on this, not down button. Let me. Let me see my scene here. As you see right now, there is only my boot manager and my flash drive. So if I go down one and hit enter, it will show this. I also forgot to tell you guys, make sure you have a micro female USB. Actually, no, I think this is a mini USB female to a male. Oh, no, wait, no, this is female. How am I getting things mixed up? I'm sorry. A mini male USB to a regular female USB. Because since this is an older Dell Venue 8 Pro, it only runs 2.0. So make sure you can have it 3.0, but either way, this device only can do 2.0. Thankfully, 3.0 can be backwards compatible. And we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna do it with the E here. So luckily, we're gonna do this on the other side. So let's go ahead. If I could, nope. I'm gonna go ahead now. Do it over here. Granted, I can just go ahead up top and say reset, but we're just gonna do it like an actual So make sure I go back to my scene here. So right now we got did it really skip the disk? Okay, let's go ahead and oh, oops. Dang it, I picked the wrong button. Nope. Get up the freaking there. Granted, it's only doing the of course, I picked the wrong one. Picked the wrong keyboard again. I always do that. I don't think it ruined my Windows. It's only did it was on the mess around with my USB drive. There we go. Anyway, let's go back to where we're going for here. E. And we're gonna do the same thing like last time on the 64-bit. Anyway. Equal 1. Make sure you see what you see here. Alright. Go ahead and try again. E. I'm going to go, like I said, do the same thing I showed you right there. Install equal 1. Hit F10 on both. I'm going to do it on both ends. So you see, okay, the difference here on my device here and over there, it should be nice day but for me, I only have is the EFI. Some reason there's a blank partition in there. I don't know what, some type of weird reserve. It shouldn't be there, but the Windows itself and newly created VFAT down below. So Why is it going? Oh, shoot again. Thankfully, it. Really, I forgot my. No wonder I got recorded on my live stream. Because it was interacting with the exploit. Dang it. No wonder. Anyway. For you guys, for me on. Stand there. It should be the very last partition, but if you want to make sure, create modified, yes, and make sure it is the very last one. And of course I can't see the very bottom. So it's basically dated partition, UEFI for some reason I call it Remix OS, but I did not want to give it a name because I expect I guess it's because it's Linux. So usually, and it's right here. It says partition 5, 10 gigs. For me, over here on this one, it's partition number 4. So I'm going to hit OK on this end. I'm going to quit out here. So over here, it'll be partition number 5. I want to put it as ext4. And of course, over here, it'll be over here. You choose to format this. Yes. Group loader, yes. If I, yes. Alright, over here. Yeah. SDF5, yeah. Yes. Yes. It recognizes it's on the DF5 partitions on partition number 2. Over here, it's number 1. But in this case, like I said, when I did on the VirtualBox only on the 64-bit, for Windows, for your Windows side, if you want to do dual booting, leave this alone for both 64-bit and 32-bit. Leave it alone. Do not format it, or you'll lose your Windows. That's the key point there. Do not lose your Windows. If you don't want to lose your Windows, do not format this. So, hit no. And like I said in the previous one, if you're more tinkering with the OS and whatnot, say yes. Of course, this one. Reason why I have problems on this one because the thing fell out, so we're gonna do it again on here. While you guys can see that over there, I'm just gonna do it over here one more time. There we go. For me, I always make sure to run it. That's weird. I don't know why it's doing it. Oh, maybe it's because my SD card's there. Just make sure I'm gonna do the Rufus thing again. So, what's going on? What's going? Why is it going to my SD card too? I believe. I don't know why. SD card. SD card. I don't know why. Shouldn't be, but it's doing it. So give me a second here. I don't know why it's doing it. Jeez. I feel like pausing, but at the same time, I don't want to pause. I don't know if I did say the whole thing, because I remember pausing, but I didn't want to pause. Plus, I'm pressing random keys. Maybe that caused me pause and whatnot. So, oopsie ding on daisy. I probably, when I was press F10 on this keyboard, it want me to do the USB partitioning. Oops. So what it needed is probably not there no more. It gets errors. So we're just have to do a recreate of the ISO. No big deal. Hey, in the back side, this it shows it, but not for our OS we wanted. So on this device, so. Whenever you're done, buddy, wherever you're done, I want to get going. I want to get my Dell device working again. Let's make sure it's still 10 gigs here. I'm going to make sure for myself. No, I did bit the wires. I don't want the wires. I want the dismanagement. Okay, it says raw, and of course it says raw. Should be raw anyway. Should be. I'm gonna just go ahead and say delete the volume. So delete volume, that's it. I'm gonna do that way. Remove the USB, put it on here. Restart. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and hold the button here. Up. Press up once. Pick that one. Hit the E button on here. Make sure I got that one correct. Okay, we're going back to here. Erase the USB data thing here. Type in install equal 1 in its place. Hit the F10, not over there. Alright, we're gonna try this again. Alright, it now only shows 3 of them because I did not put it in. I'm gonna go ahead and select this as new. Leave it. And we're gonna turn it to 8300 for Linux. I don't care about the name because it's gonna be. Oh, that's right, I forgot to write it. Dang it! I can't have it fully done without freaking writing. Write it. Yes. Yeah, verify. I could if I want to. Right now, it is saying what it's supposed to say. ext4. I'm gonna do it again anyway. You lose everything in here. Yes. Formatting the partition. You want to install it? Yes. You want to install the EFI 2 version? EFI version. Yes. Do you want to format the EFI? No. Yes, please. On the system directory. There we go. Now it is doing what it's supposed to do. Not. Not on my SD card. Freaking jerks. Alright, now we got this going. Right now we're at 43%, 45, 47, 49, 65, 55, sorry, 58, 60, 63, 65, 67, oh my, 69, 71, 74. Why am I doing the percentage count? You can see much of it you can on this. Run the Android. Yes, please. I always make sure to run it before I do. I also think you can get B or the image on there. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove without even switching. Of course, I'm gonna keep forgetting about switching the scene, but for this case, I'm just gonna go ahead and we're gonna see before we believe. Right now, it has the cursor. It has the cursor of a Linux. There's the Remix OS splash screen of its boot sequence. Oh yeah, of course it's asking. No, on the other end, saying my Alienware is saying. On the Alienware is saying you just want to force unmount this image? Yes. So, anyway. We're waiting for the splash screen of this. Don't worry, we don't need to use this. But now we can safely... Dang, come on, give me the... Either way, I need to format the card anyway, because when I use a different OS... Now I'm using a different version of this OS. Sorry, different version of this OS. Okay, as you see, there's a problem on this one. But don't worry. It will be fixed when we do a restart. So, for me, I always use my keyboard on this one. So, we're going to go hit English, agree. Alright, it's going to ask me to go ahead and pick the Wi-Fi. Make sure I have that correct. I always like to double check I guess I did something wrong here. So there we go. All right, saved. It won't. It usually either does it or doesn't, so don't be surprised. It's now showing this splash screen. So let's go ahead and do it over here. That's right, it's not capturing. It's because of. Shoot. I guess we're going this. Crap, it's because it's also using 1 gig and one not. It's not using the whole 3D acceleration, so it's not giving us the full benefit. So we're just, which is fine. We're not really that worried. We'll skip the Wi-Fi. It will most likely is gonna skip this. Oh, nope. That's right, because it's using the Ethernet, so it's gonna say, "Hey, we found your Ethernet. Let's go use that." So at least this is working. The touch, or not. Okay, whatever. Okay. I don't want your. Great, now it's making me keep those. You know what, whatever, we're just gonna go ahead. It's forcing me to have those. That's fine. We can always skip it. So we're gonna do the same thing here. We're just gonna let it have them and just skip them later. Oh, that's right. Come here, mouse. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna go away. There we go. Turn off the mouse integration over on the other side. So we're going back to this side. So now you can see. I don't know if I can't do it on here. I'm just gonna do the same thing here. So everything's done. You're ready to go. Yes, indeed. For those apps. We like to activate Google Play. That's up to you, but for the sake of argument, we're going to do that anyway. And it should show up this. Ta-da! It's now up and running like the 64-bit version. For mine, it's going to show in this version but that's a desktop version, but it's fine. We're not that picky. Touchscreen works. Of course, the battery and audio don't work. Bluetooth don't work either, so of course we're going to format the some of these apps. So jeez. But anyway, we're gonna do a restart. So well, for this device, I can just go ahead and hit this right here. So the second argument, I don't want to show you guys my password or not. So I'm just go ahead. So over here, I'll be right back. Alright, now we're back on here. So now we're going to go ahead and use the Easy UEFI. And over here, I'm going to do it over here now. So let's go ahead. Okay, I'm going to turn this back on so I can actually have full control again with this. Easy UEFI. Now, word of caution, do not mess around where you're not supposed to do. Alright. I'm not really about it. Anyway. It's because this right here could cause trouble, so you mess around. So in here, you want to click on this plus button right here on the second button. You click on your EFI right here. But for me, because it'll tell you right here, but we're going to use Linux. In this drop box, make sure it says Linux or other OS. Call it Remix OS. Oh, dang it again! I always go for the wrong one. For me, it will be the very first partition on this thing. So, if I can just, my fingers don't like it. Okay. Remix OS, and on here. Linux. No, no. That'd be funny if I could get Ubuntu on here. Then you want to click Browse. Now we're in the EFI's partition. Click expand this, boot, and we see we already have a problem. Just like when we did the Ubuntu side on x64-bit, it did not create the boot folder and the grub folder, and of course the CFG right here, the CFG. But for this case, we're going to use boot IA32 EFI. Click that. Hit OK. It'll be at the very bottom. Put it at the second one, because we're going to do it as a dual boot. And there's a reason why, because I don't know how to fix the resolution screen on when it in certain cases. There is a forum that did do it, but when I tried it, it finicky with the. So we're just gonna go with that. So, of course, I forgot to turn off the easy. Well, actually, I don't think you can with the on here. I don't think. I don't think you can turn off the secure. Yeah, there's no lock on it. There's nothing like that. There's no secure boot. So For a virtual machine, I guess you can turn off the secure boot. There's no secure boot on it, but here make sure there is no going to your that's the main thing I forgot to talk about. If you want to put it on here on the Windows 8 or 10, usually I have a secure boot on. You go to your BIOS settings, go in the boot, I guess, and I think it is in your boot tab, and make sure you turn off the secure boot. Windows don't like that. Yeah, of course, it asks you to do a code and yada yada yada. But when you turn it off, you should be golden, and not Golden Freddy if you're thinking about that. Anyway. Oh, and before we actually swap, we need to do something over here in Windows. This time with command prompt. Oh, I love command prompt. But this time we're using admin privileges. So in this case, we're typing disk part. The only way to run disk part is using admin controls. Type in select disk 0 because it's the main on the main drive. This drive is on the main one. So select partition. In this case, part. You can have the full name or just part. In this case, in here it's 2. Over here, I'm gonna do just the same here. For me, it's not over here. It's disk partition 1. Yeah, doing 2 things at once is not a good idea, but a dual video, not a good idea. All right. Now I'm gonna assign to a letter. So yeah, now we're assigned to a drive letter. So assign letter B. Now we can exit. Now we're going to that partition that has the EFI. Assign B : and enter it. If you want to make sure it is, type in tree. And as you see, here is the EFI, Microsoft boot, yada yada, recovery. And of course, our new boot, and with all this. Type in mk dir. We call this boot. Go in there. Do the same thing, but call it grub. Go. So I'm gonna press up, change it to grub. Now I'm gonna go back to its parent. So make it easier for me. I can easily go right straight to what I need to go to. So in this case, I'm gonna go cd EFI boot. There we go. So in this case, for you guys, cd EFI boot. Type in copy grub space yep, I'll make sure I had parent boot grub slash and type in. You can do it that way, or b:/boot grub and the name of the file. In this case, it'd be the same, grub cfg. So I'm going to do it over here as well. All right. Now let's go back to that directory, cd parent, which is dot dot and the slash dot dot slash. Now we should go, in a way we're back in that root area, then boot, grub, now we're back in that destination. Reason why I want you guys install Notepad++ because it's easier. So c:/program. Oh, I've got the PR, not E. P. I said R. Program files. Notepad. Then type in grub space grub cfg. Now I should load up that. Okay, over here, I'm gonna do the same thing over here again. Program files, note. Oops. Note. Grub.cfg. Oops, I must have did something wrong in this end, so let's go. Oh. That's why. There we go. There we go. All right. Both ends are the same. It shows off the I'm gonna do it over here for a second because geez. All right. Now on this end, it'll say menu entry, whatever. This is Windows UEFI. If you want to, you can always add whatever it is. So, okay. The only thing that's screwed up is right here. Linux EFI, initial EFI. You want to get rid of the EFI endings, because 32-bit does not, for some reason on theirs, does not use EFI. And there's no command for it. So now you got this fixed. Now I should be able to restart and actually have a working one. So let's go ahead and do a restart. Of course, that's right, because if I press the button, it has that. You know what? Let's go over here now, because I don't want to accidentally press the streaming button again by any means. So we have it over here. if I can stop moving it. Remix OX. There's our entries. We're gonna hit enter again anyway. And here it is. Reason why, like I said, reason why I put it in the second selection of do boot, even though it has the grub. Because if we get the grub setting to work correctly, if we ever do, it's probably gonna be in the description how to fix it. That way you can have it as a main. Right now, as you see, yeah, if you want to put it as your main one, as your main boot, you can also go in your BIOS and change the boot sequence of your part. So that's a plus. Or you can go back to easy UEFI and actually move it up. It doesn't matter. And as you see, it is now running this. Okay, to fix this, you go to your settings, OS option. Always keep apps in a landscape mode. Fixed. Simple fix. So yeah, for this device here, it does, like I said, it does not have because it's kernel where it has all the drivers and such, does not have the audio chipset. It does have the Wi-Fi, but you always have to connect it back on. There's no volume. I think I can. You know, right back. I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna try something. Granted, I can use my headphones, but I'm not doing that. I'm gonna. Oh, it's not in there. Okay, it's not there. Where is that? Oh, that's odd. Where did my... Oh, here it is. Oh, here it is. Okay. An audio bar. So... I just hope it doesn't choke. Jeez. There we go. I don't know. Oh, hey! It found the audio. All right. No, this is interesting. All right, let me show you. This is all digital, so it can actually see down below. There is an audio. Full blast, muted, full blast, muted. So yeah, it is showing the bar. So yeah, it knows the kernel drivers for this thing, but does not have the kernel drivers for Intel Atom's drivers. So it can't detect the volume, can't change the brightness, can't turn on the integrated Bluetooth. But if I have a dongle, from what I heard, you can have the Bluetooth that way. I also tried Miracrass type devices, like if I have it around me. Yeah, I do. So this thing right here, this is the Microsoft's wireless display adapter. This thing does work with this on Windows. Miracrass, Miracrass on here does not, either because it's not there yet, or it doesn't recognize that device. So, which is fine. I'm not that worried about it. But you can go to Chrome. You can expand it to full view. You can also lower this down to if I can do it. There we go. Go back to its window mode. You can have a window mode or a full screen mode. This is like a Windows or Linux. So it depends on what you're into, or even Mac. It had the taskbar and the start menu but in this case your apps are in the start menu, and you have your apps down below. So yeah, for me, this is just for fun. I'm happy able to run basic apps because there's only 1 gig here. So that's the sad thing. I only have 1 gig here. I'm gonna show you just in case. 857. A couple times it went down, but I can't do anything about it. But this is 1 gig of RAM. But like I said, I could do basic apps. I tried the Sonic 2, which I have on here, but not on the Google. But I did try it just for fun. I also tried Pokemon Shuffle. I did try Miitomo, but because the want me to use Google Chrome to access my account and whatnot, can't do both things at once, so it crashes one or another. If I did able to, I would have it fully running. Probably fully running. Pokemon Go, no, because it needs 2+ gigs. I did try an emulator. Of course, you had to try an emulator. I did with the NES emulator. Play Super Mario Bros. 3. So yeah, Remix OS on a Dell tablet and on the Windows virtual machine. So yeah, if you're wondering, like I said, if you're wondering, yes, you can put Linux, Ubuntu on here too, but making a 32-bit UEFI is a pain. I guess it's for her is a pain in the butt, I guess. Or it's just a simple dragging 64-bit ISO in the USB and copy the 32-bit. I don't know. I don't think it would be that easy, but yeah. Remix OS on here. I'm happy. I'm glad. It's still in working orders, but with like any other React OS from one channel, I would love to say it, but I'm not gonna say it because it'd be nice to him. But unless he wants me to, I'll. But hey, if I'm able to do this, and I'm not crazy, especially on a low gig of RAM, maybe I'm not as crazy as him. So, till then, guys, thanks for watching this long video. Another long video. Till then, guys, take care. I'm gonna have some fun with this Android. Bye.